Hey guys, happy Monday. It is Jessica Prater with J Prater Consulting, and today I'm bringing you a very special conversation with Lucy Cantley. Lucy is a business sidekick. She helps lady entrepreneurs make better plans for their business and implement those plans so that they can feel more focus, alignment, and success. As you can tell by her awesome accent, she's originally from Cambridge, England, and she now lives in sunny Las Vegas with her active duty husband, 1-year-old, and 2 dogs. I'm so excited to bring this conversation to you. Lucy and I have bonded over several things with a similar business path, both college professors, adjuncts, and both moms of toddlers. So I'm excited to bring you this conversation this morning. We're going to talk about how structure and values impact your daily motivation. And we're also going to dig into bringing intentionality into your life and how that same intentionality can change and transform your business. So join me for this very special coffee chat this morning. All right. Good morning, Lucy. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing really well. So the first question I have for you this morning is, it's coffee chats. If I were meeting you at your local coffee establishment, what would you be ordering for yourself this morning?
So I'm an English breakfast tea person. I'm not actually a coffee person. But recently I've got really hooked on London Fogs, which is an Earl Grey tea latte, and it's delicious. And that's actually what I've got right here. So when I go to a coffee shop, I tend to order that because it's a little bit more special.
I understand. If you got it, and you've got it in your Star Wars mug, which I love.
Yes. Yeah. This is my husband's Star Wars mug. And all of the mugs in our house are like giant because we don't do small cups.
That's necessary. I have to say, this is my smallest cup, but it's because I love the design on it.
That's adorable.
Yeah. I actually, in my series this month, I actually interview the marketing person for the business that I bought this from. So,
that's cool.
Yeah, I'm all about coffee mugs though, but this is my smallest one. Yeah, most of mine are like that.
I have some really cute small ones and I just don't use them because it's just not giving me the kick I need.
I understand. Well, Lucy, I'll ask you the question at hand. So Motivation Monday, we're all about talking about motivation. So for you in your business, what motivates you?
And this is a big question for me because, without going into this long story, when I first started my business, I took a lot of time to evaluate what was really important to me. I was actually working with a mindset coach. And through that work, I was getting a lot of clarity around my values. So some of my top values are leadership, achievement, nurturing, emotional health, and freedom. And in my business, I really honor those values. So I'm leading my own business and I'm helping other entrepreneurs lead their business. Nurturing is a really big one for me. Like, I take care of people, I pour a lot. And so I love being able to work with people and nurture their businesses. I help people find that freedom and flexibility through their businesses. And emotional health is a really important one for me as well. I really struggled in corporate because, politics happen and, some days you're just like, oh, I hate this. And once I recognized that was just not making me want to get out of bed in the morning, I've been very, very careful in my business to make sure that I'm taking care of my emotional health, that I'm loving what I do. And that really fuels my motivation. And that flips as well into my clients' business. If I see that they're not happy in their business, I'm going to start to challenge and ask those difficult questions to get them from that icky place to that feeling super awesome.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. And especially in your line of work with project management and working with getting people's businesses off the ground, I'm sure that's really rewarding to see that complete process of coming on with an idea to coming out with a fully functional business.
Yes. And I love that. I again, it ties to the values of like, I value that achievement and that accomplishment. And so being able to see that transformation really lights my fire.
Absolutely. So you said something really interesting, Lucy, that idea of value-based motivation. And it sounds like you went through a big process of working with a mindset coach, doing some real internal work, which I think is really valuable. What would you tell somebody that hasn't really thought specifically about setting their values for their career and business?
Oh, and I think this is so important, because sometimes life kind of throws us in a certain direction. But when we have that awareness around our values and what is really important to us, we're able to kind of be much more intentional with our decisions. And I love that I did that work, because it's meant that now I feel really good about the journey that I'm on. I feel like I'm in great alignment. And when something feels a little bit out of whack, I'm very quickly able to identify what it is and adjust. So there's no like, oh, like this sucks, I want to quit. Like that hasn't happened to me yet.
Yeah. And it sounds like the certainty in your values is what drives you through the icky parts of your job. Because, hey, even though we're in, I would say is right now my dream job for my current situation. And I'm sure you're in a good place with your career as well. There are still things that I don't enjoy doing. And so that idea of that values continue to drive you forward is super important.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So another question I have for you, and what's I think unique to you and myself as well, is we have toddlers in our life. We have little ones.
I'm not ready to start calling her a toddler yet.
She's still an infant. Sorry.
She's 11 months, so she's turning 1 next month, but she's acting like a toddler for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm like, my baby.
Mine will turn 2 next month, so ours are about a year apart. But as somebody recently told me, we're in the thick of it, having a little one, that type of thing. And I know, especially in my life, full disclosure, we had a really rough night last night.
Same.
So how do you motivate yourself through this season of life? Because I know everybody, even if they choose not to have children, even if they choose not to be married or even have a family, they will have seasons of life. How do you motivate yourself through this particular season of life?
So I don't know if I'm consciously motivating myself. Like I ever since I became a mom, like it's like a fire has been lit under me. Like I have way more energy than I did before. I'm getting much less sleep than I ever thought I would be able to survive on.
Yeah.
But I just find that I'm getting up in the morning and I'm go. There are definitely tough times, and a big thing for me has been leaning on my support network. I have an amazing childminder who watches Maeve 22 hours a week, and I could not survive without that. So creating that little bit of space, there's a lot of self-care mixed in. And then also giving myself space to just mom for a bit. And that's really hard for me because I'm definitely a workaholic. So I have 1 day a week where Maeve is home with me the whole day. And I've learned the hard way that I really need to create space to just go do something fun with her and step away from my desk. Because if I try work and mom, it's just too much.
Yeah. That's understandable. And I think the challenge, especially with women, but I think any parent, the challenge is that when you have that child come into your life, you feel guilty that you're not doing one or the other. I have struggled with that so much, of creating that space and that type of thing. And so going back to that idea of creating your values will drive your motivation. It sounds like you have some really good alignment with understanding that value and that type of thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I want to ask you one final thing. And so thinking about structure, so you're project management, you are a guru in that field. How do you think structure can lend itself to creating motivation?
Ooh, Oh, that's a tricky question.
I threw you a curveball, didn't I?
Yeah. Oh, okay. So structure, fueling motivation. Okay. So this is where I am a planner, and I feel like when I've got on the phone with people who don't have a plan, they're not motivated. So, and I've learned this for myself as well. Whenever I hit that point where I'm like, I'm stuck, I know it's because I'm not completely clear on what I need to accomplish.
Yeah. Yeah.
So gaining that clarity and building out that plan creates motivation.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. And I think that's important to say, even if you're not type A, which I'm not, I'm the kind of person that I'm like, ooh, big ideas. Let's just go with it. Let's flow with it. I think it's important to remember that structure can create that motivation, and people that don't have at least some sort of plan are not going to have that inherent motivation to move forward. So I definitely love that.
Absolutely. And when we say creating a plan, it doesn't have to be this really confining thing. It doesn't have to be every step along the way, but just having an idea where you're going, what that journey looks like. And then you get to kind of like make things up a little bit along that path, but at least you're not like going in circles.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, Lucy, thank you so much for being with me this morning. I think you've given us some great nuggets to think about as far as motivation and getting yourself motivated through the seasons of your job, your business, whatever you bring yourself to. So, Lucy, tell us, where can people find you on Planet Internet?
So I just want to say, thank you so much for inviting me to do this. This has been super fun. You can find me at lucycantley.com. I spend most of my time on Facebook, so it's facebook.com/the Lucy Cantley. And I'm on Instagram as well, just at Lucy Cantley.
All right. Thank you so much, Lucy, and have a fantastic Monday.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.